Hey guys, Don here, back with another exciting EV video today. We're gonna talk about the Mini Cooper E. Yes, the newest safety car of Formula E. Just kidding, but the cuter version of it. The Mini Cooper SE, or as known as the Electric Mini, is a lower cost EV currently offered by Mini that's supposed to be as fun to drive as their conventionally powered gasoline Mini. Mini's pitch is you'll get an electric go-kart that is nimble, sporty, fast, with a well-built premium and stylish interior all wrapped up with the charm of a Mini Cooper package at a reasonable cost. Well then, that's pretty appealing, but not so fast. The first thing we need to address is the elephant in the room, the range. The Mini Cooper SE is EPA rated at just 114 miles from a full battery. It is quite shocking that a brand new EV from 2020 could have an EPA range this low when new EVs nowadays are offering in excess of 300 miles of range. Without much fanfare, and Luce's new Air, released just a month ago, is offering more than 500 miles of EPA rated range. Before any of you EV shoppers write off the Mini Cooper SE immediately, there are some reasons and benefits to this low range. Hear me out. First of all, the price. The Mini Cooper SE starts at an MSRP of $29,900. That is actually an extremely low cost for a new car from a premium brand, let alone a new EV. But that's not the entire story. You need to factor in the federal rebate of up to $7,500 and any state incentive your state might be offering. For example, California will give you an extra $750 off any EV at the time of the purchase. So, if you purchase this in California as of right now, you will be receiving at least $8,250 off of the $29,900 price, giving you a total cost of $20,650 before taxes and options. I think at that price, we can at least consider this EV even considering its underwhelming range. However, your actual purchase price, depending on when you buy it, could be a little bit more complicated due to the proposed change of the EV tax credit. Currently, the Build Back Better plan is being debated in the Senate and would impact how much you get if it does pass. If Build Back Better does pass and you purchase the Mini Cooper SE, when Build Back Better is implemented, you will only receive back $4,000 rather than the $7,500. The reason is because in order for an EV to qualify for the entire $7,500, the battery needs to be larger than 40 kilowatt hour, and the Mini Cooper SE's battery is only about 32.64 kilowatt hour. Therefore, if you wait and buy the Mini Cooper SE when Build Back Better is implemented, you will miss out on $3,500 compared with if you go to a dealer and buy one this very second, because Build Back Better, as of right now, the making of this video has not been implemented yet. Of course, the EV tax credit of Build Back Better proposal could still go through further revision, so nothing is a certainty. Do keep that in mind, but the consensus is that dramatic revision from the current version is unlikely. Last thing I want to mention regarding the tax credit from the Mini Cooper SE is that if you currently don't expect to owe more than $4,000 in taxes to the government when you do your taxes early 2022, then you may want to wait for Build Back Better to be implemented before you purchase. Reason is because the current $7,500 tax credit is a non-refundable tax credit. That means if you only owe the government $1,000 of tax when you do your taxes, you will only get $1,000 wiped away from what you owe. You do not get back the remainder difference as a refund, which is completely different than how the new EV tax credit will work under Build Back Better. The tax credit refund will be a refundable refund, so even if you have $0 tax obligation, you will still get the full amount of EV tax credit your EV will qualify for. Alright, let's talk specs. This two-door little guy carries a small battery of 32.64 kilowatt hour, which can charge from 0 to 80% in about 36 minutes at 50 kilowatt DC fast charger. It runs on a front-wheel drive architecture, but it is a premium brand. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.9 seconds, but since it is electric, 0 to 40 miles feels almost instantaneous anyways. You definitely would want to keep the speeds under 75 miles per hour, or else your range will drop significantly. If you live in very cold climates, then I will not recommend this car for you if you drive more than 60 miles round trip per day. Why? Because if you turn on the heater, you will see the range dropping 1 mile per minute. Quite nerve-wracking. As you can see, the Mini Cooper SE does not have a frunk because they use the space to put the motor in there. After feeling the interior and sitting in it, I definitely do not recommend this car for people taller than 6 feet. You will hit your head, or might hit your head if you have a really tall torso, even with the seat at its lowest setting. It does have a manual adjusting seat, which does help with the car's weight rather than having an electrically powered seat. You'll have to move your seat out of the way. Sorry! To fully enjoy this car, you can't be too short or too tall. You have to be just the right height. I would say between 5 feet 6 and 6 feet. The buttons on the steering wheels are hard plastic. It does have minimal response to it when I press on it. The interior is the exact same as any Mini Cooper in the SE trim. It comes with a standard 8.8-inch infotainment system along with a dynamic digital instrument cluster when you could easily view information like vehicle speeds, driving modes, turn-by-turn navigation, communication, multimedia, and much more digitally. Sirius XM satellite radio is standard, Apple CarPlay is available, and Android Auto is not supported. I did not see wireless charging supported in this trim as well. The seat adjustment takes some time to get used to. As you can see, you really have to crank that handle just to get the right height or adjustment. I'll admit I was not used to the manual cranking seats since most premium cars have automatic seats. On the driver's side door, there are 2 automatic window buttons and a side mirror control button to adjust your mirrors, of course. And on the top, we have a round door handle with lock and unlock where you can see it. It comes with 12 Harman Kardon speakers all around the car with a 360-watt amplifier in the back. This car has a lot of piano black trim paired up with chrome, which was a trend back from the mid-2010s up until 2017 all around the car. A bit dated for the looks, I might say. Everything in here is round down to the center screen. If you'd notice, the entire car is literally a bunch of round shapes put together. The side door handle is round even down to the armrest too. Nothing in this car has sharp angles. The glove box is very compact. You could probably fit 3 16-ounce water bottles in there and some papers, of course. I quite like the center console area. The round screen infotainment system has a rainbow spectrum light to show you how well you're doing on efficiency. Green if you're doing pretty good on efficiency, and red means you're a NASCAR driver. The flip switch is at the bottom, very race car-like. I quite like it. It has 1 USB port in the front and no wireless charging. Here you'll find the button to change your driving experience, such as drive modes and traction control on and off. Now, I know what you're thinking, don't touch that traction control button. Your stock tires on these cannot handle the race car driving you have in mind. They're super low resistant tires are ready for maximum efficiency, meaning if you change these tires to summer tires or non-low rolling resistant tires, you will lose about 10% of range. And for the back of the car, we have a hatchback door, which happens to not be automatic. There is an under trunk space, which can only fit the charger in there, or if you really need to hide your backpack in there or something. It's an extremely small space, but it will be able to fit a full-size luggage bag in there, and 2 carry-on bags if you play Tetris with it without folding the seats down. And yes, there is a giant plug badge on the door to remind you to charge your fun electric go-kart after your grocery run. Hey, there is only 114 miles of range on this thing after all. Get this car if you're looking for a commuter and you have to have a level 2 charger at home so you could charge the car every night, as well as if you live in an area that does not snow. I would not recommend this car to be your only car unless you do not do any road trips. Other than that, for 20 grand, it's excellent value. Alright, that's it for now. What do you guys think about the Mini Cooper Electric? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and see you guys next week.